What if a $475 million investment could power South Africa's future and transform its economy? The African Development Bank is making this a reality with a major loan aimed at boosting infrastructure, energy security, and green growth. Let's discover how this game-changing support will shape South Africa's path forward. The African Development Bank and its role. The African Development Bank, also known as AfDB, is a premier financial institution dedicated to driving sustainable economic development and social progress across the African continent. Founded in 1964, it mobilizes resources to finance projects that spur growth, reduce poverty, and promote regional integration. AfDB plays a pivotal role in supporting member countries by providing loans, grants, and technical expertise to tackle challenges related to infrastructure, energy, agriculture, and governance. Its mission focuses on boosting the continent's economic resilience and improving living standards by funding initiatives that align with Africa's developmental priorities and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Overview of the $475 million loan approval for South Africa. The African Development Bank recently approved a $475 million loan for South Africa as part of a broader effort to strengthen the country's economic and infrastructure foundations. This substantial financing is aimed at addressing critical gaps in energy and transport sectors, which have slowed growth and investment. The loan forms a significant part of a multifaceted response to ongoing challenges such as electricity shortages and inefficient transport systems. It is intended to enhance infrastructure capacity, foster green growth, and support economic recovery post-pandemic. Purpose of the loan. These $475 million loan support South Africa's Infrastructure Governance and Green Growth Program, also known as IGGP, a strategic initiative aimed at modernizing infrastructure systems while promoting environmentally sustainable development. The IGGP emphasizes transparent governance frameworks to improve project implementation and public sector accountability. It seeks to accelerate green growth by integrating renewable energy solutions, enhancing energy efficiency, and reducing carbon emissions. This program also prioritizes sustainable transport improvements that align with climate change goals. Importance of upgrading South Africa's transport infrastructure. Transport infrastructure is a backbone for economic growth, and upgrading South Africa's network is crucial to unlocking productivity and improving connectivity. Existing road and rail systems face congestion, inefficiencies, and maintenance backlogs, limiting trade and access to markets. Modernized transport infrastructure reduces logistical costs for businesses, enabling smoother movement of goods and commuters. It also supports job creation and regional integration by linking urban and rural areas more effectively. Furthermore, upgrading transport plays a central role in reducing carbon footprints by facilitating cleaner, energy-efficient mobility options, contributing to South Africa's sustainable development goals. Focus on energy infrastructure improvements and combating load shedding. Addressing South Africa's energy challenges is a critical focus of the loan, particularly combating the persistent problem of load shedding. Planned power outages caused by supply-demand imbalances and aging infrastructure. Energy infrastructure improvements aim to enhance generation capacity, diversify the energy mix, and integrate renewable sources such as solar and wind. Upgrading transmission and distribution systems will improve grid stability and reduce frequent outages that disrupt households and businesses. The financing also supports investments in energy storage solutions like pumped storage and battery technologies, key to managing supply variability and ensuring continuous power availability. Supporting South Africa's transition to a sustainable, low-carbon economy. South Africa is actively shifting towards a sustainable low-carbon economy by enhancing energy security and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. This transition focuses on expanding renewables like solar and wind, alongside promoting green hydrogen and cleaner industrial processes. Key efforts include driving innovation in clean technologies and fostering industries that minimize environmental impact while maintaining economic growth. This evolution supports a circular economy model, aiming at resource efficiency and climate resilience. Investments target job creation in emerging green sectors, contributing to social equity and environmental sustainability. This approach balances economic development with the urgent need to address climate change challenges unique to South Africa's energy landscape. The link between the loan and South Africa's just energy transition goals. The $475 million loan directly aligns with South Africa's just energy transition, also known as JET, framework designed to decarbonize its economy equitably. JET emphasizes protecting vulnerable communities while fostering clean energy adoption, job creation, and poverty alleviation. Funds will support interventions such as renewable energy projects, grid expansion, and upgrading infrastructure to reduce load shedding. This loan underpins South Africa's strategy to meet its nationally determined contribution targets and the Paris Agreement commitments by accelerating investments in low-carbon technologies. The partnership ensures that economic growth and social justice go hand in hand, guaranteeing inclusive benefits throughout the country's transition away from fossil fuels. The three pillars of the IGGP. The Infrastructure Governance and Green Growth Program revolves around three core pillars: energy security, low-carbon transition, and transport efficiency. Energy security focuses on strengthening grid reliability and expanding renewable capacity to ensure uninterrupted power supply. The low-carbon transition pillar supports reducing emissions by adopting renewable technologies and green fuels, promoting climate-friendly industrial practices. Transport efficiency aims to modernize logistics networks and public transit systems, reducing congestion and carbon footprints. Together, these pillars not only enhance infrastructure resilience and sustainability, but also lay the foundation for long-term economic competitiveness and environmental stewardship, positioning South Africa as a leader in green infrastructure development. Expected economic impact. This financing is expected to generate substantial job creation across sectors such as construction, renewable energy, and transport logistics. Improved infrastructure will reduce operational costs and barriers, attracting domestic and foreign investments by creating a more competitive, predictable business environment. Enhanced energy reliability and modern transport systems will increase productivity, leading to stronger economic growth and improved service delivery. By catalyzing private sector participation and fostering green industries, this initiative supports inclusive growth and skills development, crucial for addressing unemployment. The cumulative effect will reinforce South Africa's economic recovery and resilience, making it better equipped to face global economic and environmental challenges. The international funding package supporting South Africa's infrastructure reforms. South Africa's infrastructure reforms receive backing from a comprehensive international funding package involving multilateral institutions, development banks, and bilateral partners. This financial package complements the African Development Bank's loan by pooling resources, technical support, and capacity-building initiatives. These combined funds target critical areas including renewable energy rollout, grid modernization, and transport network upgrades. International collaboration fosters knowledge transfer, encourages innovation, and supports governance improvements, ensuring efficient project delivery and sustainability. This global partnership highlights the importance of coordinated efforts for South Africa's transition to a resilient, low-carbon economy while aligning with broader climate finance commitments and sustainable development objectives at both regional and international levels. Statements from South African officials. South African Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana affirmed the strategic importance of the $475 million loan from the African Development Bank in boosting the country's infrastructure and green growth initiatives. He emphasized the government's commitment to implementing reforms in the energy and transport sectors, highlighting how this partnership supports achieving South Africa's climate commitments and just energy transition goals. Godongwana pointed out that these funds are part of a broader $54 billion loan package involving multiple international partners focused on municipal improvements and policy reforms. His statements underline the government's resolve to enhance energy security, transport efficiency, and sustainable development through coordinated financial support and policy implementation. Challenges faced by South Africa's economy. South Africa's economy continues to grapple with severe power shortages, primarily caused by an aging power utility and capacity constraints that result in frequent load shedding. These energy disruptions significantly hinder industrial productivity, deter investments, and raise operating costs. Additionally, the country faces critical transport bottlenecks, including congested rail and road networks, which delay freight movement and increase logistical expenses. These dual challenges restrict economic growth, impair service delivery, and limit access to markets. Addressing these infrastructural weaknesses is a key priority for economic recovery and competitiveness, with initiatives like the AfDB loan designed to alleviate these constraints by funding power sector reforms and modernizing transport systems. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for updates on how these $475 million boost from the African Development Bank could power positive change for South Africa. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into developments shaping Africa's future.